welcome to TEChBrits, where I am really smug today because of... I've been saying for a long time that Apple will flop this event, and to be honest, in my opinion, and I believe George's as well, they really have. Now, I was hoping that I'd be proved wrong. I was hoping that because this was supposedly Steve's last device, that it would be something incredible. I hoped that they'd come out and astound me, but really, the hardware was all playing catch-up to the competition, and the software is still as we've already seen since WWDC. So
it started off with the iPhone 5, what we've all been waiting for, what we've all been waiting to see.
Yep.
And first of all, both of us will agree that the fact that they made it longer and thinner
and
lighter is impressive. That is something that Apple have always sort of strived at with Ive's sort of hardware design.
Yeah. Now, I don't think the design of it, in terms of the actual initial look of it, is like brilliant because of it hasn't reached. It just does look like a longer iPhone 4 from the front.
Yeah, well, actually from the sides as well.
And from the sides, to a certain extent. I know that when you fill the device, then it will feel completely different. The glass is more kind of flushed. It's obviously aluminium on the back. As you said, it's a lot thinner. It's 25% lighter as well, which would be quite. Which I'm interested to hold, because usually when I hold a device, I like to feel that slight bit of heft, and the iPhone 4 already feels pretty light to me.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to hold it soon. We'll get onto that in a bit.
Yeah.
So you go from hardware. The camera's been improved. The guts have been improved. It's got an A6 processor, which is 2 times the A5.
Yeah,
I believe. What else has been improved? I think the front-facing camera has finally been improved. It is now HD.
Yeah, that was a long time coming. That was well overdue.
And that's more or less the hardware, except for the new connector.
Yeah, the connector is now called Lightning. So, like you get Thunderbolt on the Mac, this is Lightning, and it's a reversible little connector that we've seen leaked for about the past month now. Good on you, 9 to 5 Mac.
Yeah, well, unlike USB, it can be put in either way.
Yeah.
You can get an adapter for accessories, which I think I've just read that the adapter is going to cost $29 for Lightning to 30-pin, and 30-pin to Lightning is going to be $39.
So I would have quite liked to see that included in the package, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to try and push as many people to switch as possible.
Well, I'm not sure that many people will be switching full stop compared to a lot of the comments. I mean, usually, like, sort of, there's fanboys everywhere, you can hear them screaming, but nearly every comment I've seen on my Twitter feed, I mean, like Engadget, Gizmodo, The Verge, they all tweeted out saying, what do you think of the iPhone 5? I looked at the replies and nearly every one of them was boring, rubbish, just playing catch up. There were sort of a couple of good comments in there in between. I know a couple of sort of diehard fanboys that are going to buy what's like.
And people who have to, like the writers of The Verge, they're going to have to review and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's going to see a hit. It also has LTE, which is quite big, ish. It's on load of networks in the States, load of networks in Canada, only on Orange and T-Mobile here, because I think that's the only network that has LTE at the moment. It's got a load of countries and a load of networks for LTE, which is something that everyone kind of went, wow, they've actually kind of put their effort into 4G LTE. Well, not 4G.
Just the name of it.
Yeah, it's just the name, 4G, I just really don't like. And that is essentially the iPhone 5. It runs iOS 6, which we've seen. I actually joked while we were watching it. I joked and said, if you want to watch the bulk of this event, click on here and this is the WWDC keynote.
Yeah, it's a pretty disappointing show in my opinion. I mean, pretty much it's just from the outset, it's an iPhone 4 with a longer screen.
It is. I mean, I halfway through the keynote, like Brian said, I actually started doing other things. I started watching YouTube videos. I started watching Doctor Who again.
Just because.
So yeah, that's the iPhone 5. Will you be buying it? Be honest. You know, it's a very weird bag for me to be in, because I know you pretty much had it set on that you were going to switch this year.
Yeah.
For me, I've been waiting and waiting for this event to make my decision.
Well, I mean, I've been waiting for it to influence my decision. I really wanted them to do something astounding.
But you've been sat on, you've looked and gone, this is a phone that I really want to buy. Right? For me, I've been an iPhone user since 2007. And, no, you haven't. You've been
Just
having
after.
just 2009, I think. You had the 3G or the 3GS?
3G.
Oh, okay. But like I don't know what it is. It's just I wanted this to just outstand, and I wanted to give them my money, but I can't. I genuinely wanted to, like, say, have my money. You've done it again.
Yeah, I mean, one of the tweets was saying slowly puts debit card
Yeah,
away.
our friend Sam.
Yeah, but no, it was just a very disappointing show all over, and I can't really say anything else. I was hoping and waiting for either one last thing or some exclusive, amazing iPhone 5 bonus feature that was going to be exclusive to the device, but it wasn't. So
yeah, that's about all for the iPhone 5. But the event didn't finish there, which we kind of thankful for because we were really sad. It went on to the iPod line and iTunes line.
Yeah,
they're reinventing iTunes.
Yep.
It's got a complete new redesign. It's
That's
going
quite
for the album art sort of flow and without the sidebar, which I think is quite a nice little touch.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. I suppose with albums, you know, people don't really buy albums anymore. The iTunes model has always been you can buy individual songs, but the fact that they're sort of pushing this album kind of thing, do you think? This is actually a theory I'm taking off the top of my head here. Do you think they're pushing this sort of album look? Do you think they're going to be doing like a subscription model?
Yeah, supposedly. That's supposedly what they're working on, and I mean, Spotify's taken over that whole area so far. It could be a hard market now for Apple to actually enter.
I don't know. I mean, with the brand name iTunes, I don't think it's going to be that difficult.
But then they are going to Spotify. Spotify is massive. They already have.
But iTunes is bigger. iTunes is Apple. You know, at the end of the day.
Isn't bigger.
Well, no, not for music. But what I mean is like, iTunes is Apple. If Apple kind of do something,
they tend to jump on.
Exactly.
But that's because of a user base more
than
anything.
That's what I'm suggesting.
That for the first time might be slacking, in my opinion. But
so yeah, iTunes had a big redesign, refresh. It looks nice.
Yeah,
I will say that. I'm looking forward to having a play with it. I've never had a problem with iTunes. You know, people seem to always complain about.
It's mainly
iTunes.
Windows users who complain about iTunes because of it's running on Windows and like it's pretty half-assed, buggy, crashy software on Windows. I mean, like you said, that it's built into Mac, so for a built-in music client, it's brilliant. It's better than Windows Media Player. But I mean, there are better alternatives.
Well, yeah, there's always alternatives, but it's
for Windows. But for a built-in one and for Mac, then it's good update.
But it's not just iTunes. It's had an update. iPods have had an update too. Well, at least the Nano and the Touch have. We'll start with the Nano. That was the first thing they announced. The Nano screen has gone bigger.
Yep. Surprise, shock, horror. I mean, a lot of developers would have been rather annoyed if they didn't, and the iPhone 5 did.
Yeah. No, that's not the Touch. The Nano.
Oh, the Nano. Sorry. Yes, the Nano is essentially a tiny iPhone.
It is.
It's just a little. I like it. I do like it.
I'm thinking about picking one up. I'm genuinely serious. It's still got its home screen with the little
little bubble UIs.
A lot of people were complaining about that. I didn't have a problem.
No, I thought it's alright.
It's got a home button, which is new. It's got Bluetooth built in, an FM radio which can pause, rewind, fast forward.
Yeah.
I say fast forward. You can fast forward if you've rewound. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It comes in. I'm gonna see if I can remember the colours. White, black, blue. No, it doesn't come in white or black. It's a good start.
The Nano does. The Nano, they were demoing the white.
Does it come in black?
Oh, Magic comes in black.
White, black, blue, or not orange, yellow, pink,
red, of course,
because of
Product
Red, and green.
They look like sort of like murky Lumia colours, in my opinion.
They didn't look too bad. If I were to pick one up, I'd probably have to pick up a white though.
Yeah. Wow, that's surprising.
I know, for me, because the iPhone and the iPad have always been the black sort of look for me. But the iPod, I've always gone white.
Yeah. I've always liked black and white sort of. So I mean, if you look around, I mean, this is sort of my interior. I always have black and white. Ever since the Lumia, now everything looks so dull. Now I just want to go really colourful. I want everything just bright and rainbows and stuff. But
I just imagine you painting a rainbow on your bedroom wall. So that's the Nano. Let's move on to the Touch.
Yeah.
Which has a bigger screen.
Yes. It now has the same big screen as the iPhone 5, so again, developers won't be so annoyed that they'll have to make different apps for the different sizes. So it's not going to have like Android's fragmentation. Also, say Angry Birds fragmentation.
Oh, it's in your brain. It's in
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah.
It's got the better camera on the back. It's got better camera on the front. The back camera can take panoramic pictures like the iPhone 5. I have a feeling we didn't mention that.
Which has been hidden in iOS for.
Yeah.
Sorry, hidden
But it
in
is
iOS.
nice. I will say that. I will say that the panorama feature, the way it works, is quite cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
You press the button once and you kind of just move it across.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think it's DMD Panorama does. That's what Microsoft's PhotoSynth does. They all do
But
automatically.
the output does look nice. I mean, I've seen some panoramas where they like some of the examples you've just given. I've seen them and it's kind of blurry and it's not stitched together properly. But you know, I reckon.
I don't know that's put it. I mean, PhotoSynth has been brilliant for me. I mean, that's been around for a long time, so they've had a lot of time to perfect that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
I
PhotoSynth in its early days. That's probably why my opinion's coming from. So that's the panorama. It's going to have the same large screen. We mentioned that. It comes in more colours this time.
Yeah.
White, black, blue, red. I'm going to say yellow. It has a weird thing in the bottom left hand corner.
Yes, you might have noticed on a couple again of the leaked designs there was a little sort of circle down in the corner, which holds a loop, which is a little band that just loops. That's magnetic. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, it might be. When I was looking at the designs, it looked like it just did sort of like loop over it. It looked like it just sort of popped out, but I'm hoping it's at least magnetic.
Yeah, I think it's magnetic because I think you gotta buy the loop separately.
Yeah.
It's probably be kind of like the smart cover.
I don't know. We'll have to see how exactly that works, but it looks a bit just tacky to me.
It does. It
We're
really
both
does.
just
We
sort
kind of
burst
looked at
out
it and
laughing. I was expecting to laugh in this event, but I wasn't really expecting to almost be in tears. I almost want to cry for Apple and Steve's legacy.
Well, I think that's about everything that they said today. The iPhone 5 is coming in September. The iOS 6 is coming on the 19th. iPhone 5 pre-orders are starting on the 14th. You can buy it from in-store on the 21st. The Nano is available on the, I want to say 16th.
Right.
No, October. The Nano's coming in October. And so is the new iTunes. And so is the new Touch.
Yeah, and all that's going around my head is that the Lumia 920 is available in November. So,
yeah.
well,
But there is one more thing.
Or November. But yeah.
But there is one more thing, Ryan.
Is
Which
there
we
one
missed.
thing?
Yeah, and I think it's only comforting to finish an Apple episode with one more thing. But they did come out and say, here are the headphones you've all seen already.
That we've been designing for 3 years. How do you design headphones for 3 years? What do you do?
Well, they clearly design headphones so that the music goes inside your ear.
I can't believe they said that. Really, where else does music go? I mean, have I been listening to music wrong? Were you supposed to like put the earbuds at your nose or something?
That was one of the greatest things that goes in. The music is directed into your ear.
You hold the iPhone this way.
Apple, what do you do? I think for the first time in 5 years, I can say, and this is the reason I've actually been wearing this hoodie, despite the fact that your room is boiling hot.
Yeah, that is.
But
actually. Yep.
It's gone away. I'm gonna stay a Mac user, so there we go. I'm gonna stay a Mac user, and I'm probably gonna keep the iPad for a couple, until we see what happens with the iPad 4. But it's a disappointing day, and I really am sad.
It's been a disappointing last couple of years. But
in all fairness, lots of the viewers at home have been expecting this opinion of you. Like you've said it on Twitter thousands of times. You know, the iPhone is getting old. Apple really need to pump up their ideas, or you're going.
And that's not me trying to dig at Apple. I mean, I want them to. I want every company to provide the best products that they can, and I want to be surprised and amazed by it every time. I mean, the better products we have, then the better for me. But I was hoping that they'd offer something more, and they haven't.
But for me, starting the show as an Apple fanboy, I think my opinion's probably surprised quite a few people at home. It's a disappointing turn of events, and
it's going to be interesting to follow George where he goes now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our new adventure. I think that's going to be a little adventure series that we'll have kind of in our episodes, but kind of tagged in the episode somewhere, where it is what has George done phone-wise.
I'd imagine it'd be the Galaxy Nexus for you, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm looking at the Nexus, although, like we've said
when a
before,
new
it
one comes
is old sort of technology now, so I'm
I
going to have
think
to
a
wait.
new one will be coming out soon.
I hope so. But anyway, that is all, of course. Please tell us your thoughts on the Apple event. Tell us if you're going to buy any of the Apple products that have been announced today. Leave any comments below, or of course you can email us at techbrits@gmail.com.
Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow me, Ryan, at gadget_right. Remember my name.
On me at George Lim, that's J's instead of G's.
I must apologise probably for the rambling in this episode and the kind of quality, because of we'd expected it to be a lot better, but there wasn't much we can really say about
This
event.
quality, the quality of this episode reflects the quality of the Apple event.
Yeah.
There's
That's
the
all
save.
Nice save. Right, so until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see us next week, and we shall see you later. Ciao.